A woman has been groped. Kind of. A woman is making Me Too allegations, not in Hollywood, not in Washington, not even in reality, but in virtual reality, in the Metaverse. A beta tester of the virtual reality simulation world of the Metaverse, which is being pushed by Facebook, which changed their name to Meta. Basically just a video game that you live in. It's just living in the Matrix. She has claimed that she was virtually groped in this virtual world. She writes, quote, "Sexual harassment is no joke on the regular internet, but being in virtual reality adds another layer that makes the event even more intense. Not only was I groped last night, but there were other people there who supported this behavior, which made me feel isolated in the plaza," which is the center of the virtual environment's gathering space. A lot of concern. I don't have the article here, but it's making headlines all over the place, and a lot of conservatives are making fun of it because obviously she was not groped. She was not groped because to be groped means to have your body held onto, and this woman's body was probably sitting in her bedroom, but her mind was in this virtual place, and that's where she was groped. I actually think she makes kind of a good point. I'm really glad to read this story and the outrage from the left about this story, because it means that the left is admitting that there's something other than our bodies. Right? The left is admitting that we have a soul, because her body obviously wasn't groped. It was her soul or her mind or some other aspect of her person that's not physical that was groped. And I think that's true, because I don't think we're just our bodies. I think you can be violated in a way that is not corporeal. It's not the same. It's not the same as, having some guy pinch you as you walk by. But there is something to that. She's onto something. It actually does matter what you do on the internet. When you go onto the internet, I think a lot of people believe that you go into fantasy world where the rules of morality don't matter, where social mores don't really matter. You can just do whatever you want. And that leads to really dark places. Obviously, you see that a lot with porn. You could see that with video games. I guess this is kind of a combination of the two. But really anything, the way we talk to people, the way we behave online does have something to do with reality, because we're not just physical beings, we're also metaphysical beings. So I think it's fair. So now what does that mean about this real world? It means that we shouldn't just treat each other like flesh and meat puppets. It means we got to recognize we do have souls. There is a moral order. We've got to respect that moral order, even when we're in these kind of strange virtual environments. And maybe we should avoid divorcing our bodies from our souls entirely. Maybe living in the metaverse and plugging in the brainstem into the Matrix, which is probably, 2 years around the corner? I don't know. I got to check in with Alex Jones. He seems to have a good track record these days. Maybe that is not a great idea to divorce those things. Maybe we need to recognize we're body and soul. We got to live. We got to behave as though both of those things matter. Not just the you do you, if it feels good, do it materialism that the libs push sometimes. Not just the Gnostic dualism that the transgenderists push, which is that the body doesn't matter at all and it's just the metaphysical reality is all that matters. Maybe both matter. Established Titles is your opportunity to earn the title of Lord or Lady in Scotland. Just like me, your humble host, Lord Michael Knowles. All you need is a 1 square foot plot of land and a certificate. Established Titles is a project based on an historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds, or lords and ladies in English. In your title pack, you will receive at least 1 square foot of dedicated land on a private estate and an official certificate with a crest. Your certificate will include a unique plot number with which you can see the exact location of your land. You could even get a couple pack for you and your spouse or loved one of unspecified distinction. You will be able to have land right next to one another at 1 square foot, and you will both get to be called Lord and Lady. You can get this on your credit card, on your plane tickets, and you can even put it on your dating profiles. Established Titles is currently having a massive holiday sale. On top of that sale, you can get an additional 10% off any purchase you make with discount code Knowles. So click the link below or go to establishedtitles.com/Knowles. Use promo code Knowles to save an extra 10% today. I'm so glad that you liked that clip. I want you to be exposed to the entire show. And you can do that when you subscribe. Ring that bell. You will get the notifications. If you don't get them here, you can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, type in The Michael Knowles Show. Never miss an episode. We'll see you next time.